on Iwtv News.
It's an election year.
There's some apathy within the youth population.
Get out and vote.
We can make a difference as young people too.
Baseball is back.
My role is just to come in, throw strikes, attack, compete.
Chalk up more rings.
In fact, I couldn't control my excitement.
From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching Iwtv News.
Hello and welcome to our latest edition of Iwtv News. I'm JJ Davis. Now, of course, it's an election year. Are we ready? Are you ready? Are the students ready? Heck, I'm not even sure what to do half the time, but Reiver Country gets it. 2024 is screaming elections, both locally and national. But for Iowa Western students, how? But you've come to the right place. Lunch and learn in Reiver Country, all part of BU Week.
It's not just the presidential election that we should be focusing on. There are so many things on the local level that people overlook because we get caught up in the presidential.
It's your civic duty to go vote. It's your civic duty to get involved in county government as much as you can. If Susan wants to talk.
And they do, in the Reiver Room, as Reiver Country lunches and learns from two local officials.
So it's a complete talk about county government and the role of county government in their lives and the structure of county government. And then we started talking about the election cycle and the importance of voting. What are they going to get you on? In the environment we are today with the myths and disinformation, working elections could be you may have to get hazard pay.
Every election cycle we try to revive those two organizations, and it's very touch and go about whether or not they want to commit.
Well, those libraries, we all need to figure out how we can connect with those students, how we can bring them to the polls, how we can get them to get involved in a way that they've never been before.
In one of the exit polls we were looking at, it said 17% of the voters in the 2020 presidential election were ages 18 to 29. So that number lagged behind other age groups quite a bit.
We're still trying, we're still getting the words out there, I guess, and the ideas out there, and hopefully we have more voters in the future.
No one should just show up to the polls not knowing what they're doing and making a decision based off of what they've been hearing rather than what they've been listening to and thinking about.
Lots to think about in the Reiver Room. Potawatomi County voters go to the polls in June, and for Iowa Western, well, Reiver Country's getting the word out, so students can say, okay, so Reiver Country, the students, pretty much all of us, get educated on this newest election year, the how-to, so to speak. All right, next up for the $1 million question. Are you voting? Picture-taking day at Iowa Western. That is, for students who vote.
Today we're having students talk about why it's important for them to vote, and we want students to really talk about their personal reasons for voting. That it influences other people. A lot of students have referenced the fact that they want to choose who represents them. A lot of students are just really excited to vote because it's their first time, so we're helping them through that process. To listen to our voices.
What I make of it is basically, I think everyone should have a say, even young, old. I want to have more so of a say.
I'm hearing a lot of first-time voters being excited about exercising that right, and then a lot of first-time voters are having some apprehension. So we're working through helping them register to vote.
I think that the more young people get out, the more we have the ability to change things. Yeah, I feel like people don't think they can make a difference, but I feel like we can make a difference as young people too.
I think it says that we are really wanting to support students in all aspects of their life, not just what we do here at the institution, but what they take beyond here.
Taking pictures in Reiver Country, and for Iowa Western students, it's a vote of confidence. And speaking of confidence, take me out to the ball game. Play ball at the dock. First, National Trio Day. Free food after the break.
From the campus of Iowa Western, this is IWTV News.
This is a wonderful organization, and every year it gets recognized for its outstanding service. National Trio Day at Iowa Western, and of course, every day up here on the second floor of the Student Center's Trio Day. But on this day, chicken strips. Chicken strips on the menu as lunch is served, and a number of first-generation Trio students heat it up.
We really want to promote and create awareness surrounding providing educational opportunities to students from low-income families, first-gen students, and students with disabilities. Try to keep about 175 students in the program. So the purpose of that is to be able to provide intrusive advising and just provide some extra help for students who might need it.
I don't know what I'm doing here. Honestly, Amanda, my advisor, she helped me out a lot. I literally wouldn't be passing my classes or anything if if it wasn't for Trio.
I'm a first generation student, so I guess it helps me with, they all help me with my schoolwork and all that stuff.
Trio is an invaluable service that we provide at Iowa Western. We've had it since 1986 on our campus, and we have served thousands of students, and we've seen a lot of success as a result of all the services we offer.
So, eat it up. National Trio Day at Iowa Western. Food for thought for those first-gen students thinking of their future. And that future is now in Big Blue Country. Okay, so we're all in the spirit of giving. Why not give some more? Well, they were doing just that weeks later in the Wellness Center. The Wellness Center, and in it, giving is a constant. Try the Heart Courts, where on this day, giving blood is welcomed, thanks to the American Red Cross.
We try to get up on the double digits if we can. That's generally what we're hoping for. 10% of the population needs blood, 3% donate.
How many times have you done it before?
12 maybe?
What does it mean to you?
Just helping out.
No, this is my first time. Really? Yes. I think it's really nice to give people blood. How hard it is to donate blood, and I've always been in the hospital in and out, so.
Because I've always done it, starting back when I was in college. I think it's really important. To me, the most important part is getting students involved in giving blood so they learn that it's easy, it's not painful, and it's an important thing to do.
Just by laying on the bed and donating for 20 minutes, you can save up to 3 people's lives.
They were saving lives, giving blood from 9 to 3. The annual blood drive at Iowa Western, where giving is a constant. A relay team gives it their all, and the result? On the podium. But where? Next up, another spring, another top 10 baseball team. When we come back.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world? You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
You know, I always say it's nice to cover winning teams here at Iowa Western, and the baseball team is no exception. The 6th-ranked Reivers at 22-5 host their old buddies from Iowa Central. Hey, but don't look now, the Tritons ranked 4th in Division II. The 6th-ranked Reivers go to bat against the number 4 team in D2 from rival Iowa Central. First inning, the Tritons get the bats working, base hit gets through, and the visitors come around 2-0. And then later, right up the box. Gets to it, but everybody's safe. Run scores 4-0 Iowa Central. The home team getting its timing down in the 4th inning, scoring 5 times. Josh Wakefield gets the barrel on it for a solid base hit. Brody Sexton, who doubled, scores 5-4 Big Blue. And then, in the 5th inning, Jackson Sorensen goes the other way, and it drops. Not 1, but 2 come home, and it's 7-4 Reivers. Clipboard out. Noah Scott gets the win to go to 6-0. Bruno Wailama, 2 hitless innings. Picks up his 4th save. Iowa Western storms back to wax the Tritons 9-4.
Mindset, no matter what it is contagious. I mean, you saw Noah Scott there with a mindset of, maybe just trying to throw strikes instead of trying to attack and really, dump some heavy stuff on hitters. So he made an adjustment, and mindset is contagious for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing Skip's talked about. Whenever a team comes and plays us, Iowa Western, we have a target on our back. We're going to get their best shot.
My role is to come in, throw strikes, attack, compete, and it's kind of what I do every outing.
What I really appreciated and what I'm very prideful in, as far as being responsible for the players, is how they flipped the script real quick on making an adjustment, get super competitive there in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning.
The Reivers sweep I Central, collecting 9 hits, 6 for extras, and winning Game 2 16-3. Hey. Iowa Western then goes on the road and takes 3 at Ellsworth. Big Blue now 27-5. Bundle up weather at the Reiver Softball Baseball Complex. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Matea Martin with a base hit. Run scores, home team trails 4-2. And then Allie Cromer smokes one to the alley in right center. Martin hustles in, and the lead's cut to 1. Blanket weather for sure. Alex Stoner leads off the 4th. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the sophomores mobbed at the plate, tie game. 1 hit later, Kendall Woods. A perfect bunt, one of 14 hits, and everybody's safe. And then Emma Hay gets one through, and not 1 but 2 runs score. Big Blues up for good, 6-4. And when it's going good, Martin strikes out, but Baxter just slides in a 5-run 4th inning, 8-4 Reivers, and Iowa Western goes on to crush the Spartans in 6, 12-4.
Conference game, so it's nice to walk away with the W. So anticipating conference starting, and here we are. We're never out of the game when it comes to our offense. These girls do a really good job of swinging the bats, passing the bat, doing what they need to do and running bases and taking advantage of things.
We've found our identity, and again, that's our offense. We do really well at passing the bat. And so this year we've got a lot more girls. We're a lot more stacked top to bottom.
The attitudes are honestly really good. I feel like we struggled a little bit in our beginning of the season to come back after an error, after a bad inning. But right now, I feel like nothing can really stop us. We get down, we get right back up.
It's one of the hardest working teams I've had. They always want to practice, they always want to take extra, and they always want to keep learning. So that's all you can ask out of them, as long as they fight together.
They fight together in Game 2. Aaron Kirkland throws a no-hitter as Iowa Western sticks it to Southwestern 21-0. The Reivers then sweep Marshalltown the next day, outscoring the Tigers 18-0. Big Blue now 24-14. Moving from outside to back inside The 2024 NJCAA Wrestling Championships once again held at the Mid-America Center. Now, Iowa Western wrestles 3 guys in the championship finals, and the women 2. The 2024 NJCAA Wrestling Men's Championship Finals. But first, the top 8 in each weight class honored. 141-pound championship final. And into the bright lights is Iowa Western's Malachi Bordovsky. Second period, Easton Taylor from Pratt locks his hands and loses a point. Malachi then gets out, grabs a 2-0 lead. Taylor does the same in the third, but that's it. Bordovsky holds on 2-1.
Feels good. Like I said earlier before, I came here to show them the reason why I'm #1, and I just did. I proved it. You know, ever since high school, I wanted to do a backflip after winning state title. Never got a chance, and finally got my chance to do it, so I let it shine.
197-pound final, top-seeded Luke McDonald escapes in the second period, grabs a 1-zip lead over Caden Glass from Pratt. In the third, less than a minute to go, Glass gets 3. Luke gets out with 31 seconds left, but still needs a takedown. The Reivers' Luke McDonald runs out of time and drops a hard-fought 4-2 decision. And finally, the 285-pound championship final, C.J. Carter against Cody Pinkerton from Northwest. Now, time's running out in the first period. Carter is awarded the takedown and 3 points. Then in the third, the freshman from Glenwood comes around for 2 more. Now CJ's leading 5-3 with the clock running out. CJ Carter holds on and wins it 5-3.
Oh, this feels great. You know, all your hard work paying off, and just, can't even explain it in words. Love the team, love the coaching staff, love the school. Everything about it is just nice. It's awesome. I'm super glad I made the decision to come here. So I think my wrestling skill went through the roof.
I think both teams fought really hard. I was really proud of the effort on both sides, and we were able to have another top 5 finish.
The Iowa Western men, led by natty champs Malachi Bordovsky and C.J. Carter, finished 5th in the team standings. Big Blue, with a combined 3 natty champs, 12 All-Americans, walks away in style again. The 2024 NJCAA Women's Wrestling Invitational Championship Finals. The parade of All-Americans features the top 6 in all weight classes, including the Reivers' Fernie Hernandez. 116-pound final. Iowa Western's Flavia Nakatani dominates from the first whistle. That's 1 takedown. And another takedown. The Super Soft in control after 1, getting instructions from her corner. Second period. A 3rd takedown. And finally, late in the second, it's over. The Reivers, Flavia Nagatani, by technical fault, 12-1. Flavia is a national champ.
Oh, I felt great. I was like, yes, I finally did it. Because last year I was so close, but then this year I finally did it. I actually was way more calm this year than last year. I think I was able to, since I was here last year, I knew the scenery a little bit. It means a lot. It means like what I'm putting in the room is actually paying off, and then I'm still hungry for more competition after this.
Then it's time for the 155-pound championship final. Defending champ Fernie Hernandez strong early. Fernie leads Genesis Gilmore from Indian Hills 4-2 heading into the second and final period, but Gilmore here ties it at 4, and then cradle Hernandez nearly pinned. Genesis Gilmore stuns last year's champion 14-4.
I'll say I did fight my hardest. It hurts inside, but I'm not upset. There's a reason why I can't feel myself crying, but I know I tried my hardest.
The Iowa Western women finished 4th overall, 7 All-Americans, 1 national champion. And then there's the women's basketball team, the Grade 8, as I like to call them, coming off an historic season. Next up for the Reivers, the Natty baby, Joplin, Missouri.
Big game, first playoff game. We got bigger goals, national, so.
It was a banner season for the Iowa Western women's basketball team. A school record 21 wins in a row, a record 29 regular season wins. But then comes the postseason and the Natty. The Reivers here hit their shots and win the first game, but then get shot down in the second. Big Blue goes 2-2 in Joplin and finishes 6th.
Getting another score.
First game, I thought we played really well. We shot the ball well. We defended well. Second game, we got out of rhythm. They did a great job. They shot the ball well. We didn't. They defended well. We didn't. It kind of got ugly at the end.
And it's Nile.
After that, beating Rock Valley, an undefeated team, somebody that hadn't lost all year.
After, the first loss versus Essex, after that, we just knew that it was going to be special to play with each other, and that's what it became about, since it wasn't going to be about the national championship anymore.
The best experience I've had, for real. Best team I played with, best coaches, just the best for me. That's the summary. It's the best.
Iowa Western is a great school. We have, great athletes around this whole place, but it was great, nothing short of amazing.
It's going to be a memorable one, something that I don't think any of the kids will forget. I definitely know me and Coach Gabby won't. There was never an ounce of jealousy. There was never any, Coach, can I meet with you to talk about such and such passing the ball? It was none of that, because, we didn't play that way.
And the results, 33-4. Most wins in school history. It was a banner season for the Iowa Western women's basketball team, and there's always next year. From Missouri to Michigan, the Iowa Western bowling teams just roll onto the podium once again, and it's really not a surprise because the Reivers do it every year. Iowa Western men's and women's bowling teams bring home more hardware from nationals. The guys take second, and the ladies third.
It was exactly like last year, just reversed the men and the women. So we just reversed who was second and who was third. But it felt pretty much the same, like we were competing with everybody, better than most. We were close to having a couple All-Americans. Definitely just wasn't quite good enough. But yeah, Casey Montgomery was the All-American from the guys' side. The slow start, they just kept making up ground throughout the tournament, but just not enough time. We're doing something right, for sure. We would like to do a little more things right so we can get up to first, but we're gonna keep working at it.
And they will. The Iowa Western men's and women's bowling teams, once again on the podium, again. Finally, once again, the women's indoor track team does it again on the other side.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
They do it again and again, pretty much like a few years back. They do so in the last event. Well, chalk up more rings for the Iowa Western's women's indoor track and field team. Natty champs again and again it goes down to the wire. Medals, lots of medals. And how about the trophy? The 2024 Women's Indoor Track and Field National Championship Trophy for the third time in the last 4 years.
We were in the conversation, and that's what we wanted, and we went in there with the ability to do it.
And Iowa Western does so by posting the fastest time in the 4x400 meter relay, 3:41.93 seconds.
Running the first leg, whatever I do might affect the whole team, so I was like, okay, I need to do my best.
I actually screamed because to me, I thought the West Texas group was going to win it. So when I saw our time was far better than theirs, I just felt so excited.
Well, while I was running, I heard my coach in the background. I said, "Come on, Kelly, we need you." So that helped me push myself.
So when it was my turn, I just take it and I just go. I just tell myself, just run. Just run, like run for your life.
One by one, David and I are sitting next to each other going, okay, here's the first one, here's the second one, we're in it, third one, we're in it. And 20, 30 meters left, Angie, to the finish line. It's like, oh my gosh, we just did that. Every event, every day, every girl just kept stepping up.
We had a plan to like go there, execute, and I believe that was what everyone, every woman, every lady, every athlete did. So winning the trophy is like all team hard work, and we're so grateful about that.
The men, it was a roller coaster. It was a rough meet off and on, but it definitely highlighted by Mohammed is just, he is one of the most talented athletes I've ever been around.
It's all about like putting hard work, and I was having that confidence that I'm gonna be a national champion for the 800 and 1,000. When I stepped onto the track, I was like, since I qualified for the final 800, I got this, and I have to win that ring and win my race. So
there's traditional powerhouses in track and field in the NJCA, and we knocked on that door for a couple of years, but now we've just been a mainstay.
And that means medals, lots of medals, and smiles, lots of smiles, becoming all too common here in Reiver Country, and that's a good thing. And so, all news is good news here in Reiver Country. I mean, never a dull moment with all the winning that's going on around here. I mean, on the field, the track, and of course, in the classroom. It's a winning culture, period. And so for this latest edition of IWTV News, I'm JJ Davis, and as always, I'll see you around campus.
IWTV is online. Like us, follow us, watch us.